Let me ask you something honest. When's the last time you sat down to do something important? Study, work on a goal, build something, and actually did it. Not opened your phone first. Not checked something real quick. Not told yourself you'd start in 5 minutes and then somehow lost 2 hours. Just sat down and did the thing. If you're struggling to remember, I need you to hear this. You've probably spent a long time believing you're lazy. Maybe people in your life have said it. Maybe you've said it to yourself so many times it's become the story you live inside. I'm just not a disciplined person. I have no follow-through. Something's wrong with me. I used to believe that about myself too. I'd have a list of things I genuinely wanted to do, things I cared about, and I'd sit there, aware of every single one of them, and do absolutely nothing. Just scroll, watch, consume, then go to bed feeling like garbage because another day passed and I moved 0 inches forward. And the conclusion I kept landing on was the same one. I must just be lazy. But here's what I figured out. And this realization genuinely changed how I function every single day. You are not lazy. You are overstimulated. And those two things are not even close to the same problem. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain. Your brain has a reward system. It runs on dopamine, a chemical that gets released when you experience something pleasurable, novel, or exciting. And for most of human history, dopamine was earned. You hunted, you found food, dopamine hit. You solved a real problem, dopamine hit. You connected with another human being, dopamine hit. The reward was proportional to the effort. That's not the world you're living in anymore. Right now, you have a device in your pocket that delivers dopamine hits on demand, back to back, endlessly with zero effort required. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're not entertainment, they're dopamine delivery machines. Every scroll, every new video, every notification, every like, tiny hit, tiny hit, tiny hit. Your brain is getting flooded with reward signals dozens of times per minute. And here's what that does to you. Studies on dopamine show that the more frequently and easily you receive a reward, the higher your baseline dopamine threshold gets, meaning your brain adapts, it recalibrates. What used to feel like enough stops feeling like enough, and anything that requires actual effort, studying, writing, building a skill, doing hard work, starts to feel unbearable. Not because you're broken, because the bar has been moved. The easy dopamine has made everything else feel impossibly boring by comparison. Bro, listen, this is not a motivation problem. This is a calibration problem. Your brain has been trained by your own habits, by apps designed by billion-dollar companies whose entire job is to keep you addicted, to expect constant stimulation. And when that stimulation isn't there, your brain doesn't sit quietly. It screams, it fidgets. It reaches for the phone before you've even consciously decided to pick it up. That feeling you get when you sit down to do something hard and your brain just refuses? That's not laziness. That's withdrawal. Literally. You're experiencing the discomfort of a brain that's been conditioned to constant input, trying to function without it. And most people never figure this out. They just keep calling themselves lazy, keep feeling ashamed, keep looking for more motivation, when motivation was never the actual problem. Here's what nobody tells you about overstimulation. It's cumulative. It builds quietly over time. You don't notice it happening day by day, but then one day you realize you can't read 3 paragraphs without checking your phone. You can't sit through a meal without looking at something. You can't have a conversation without your mind drifting to what you might be missing online. Your attention span, the thing that determines whether you can actually build anything meaningful in your life, has been slowly degraded without you ever giving permission for that to happen. The average person now checks their phone 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes. And every single time you do that, you're interrupting whatever state your brain was trying to enter. Deep focus, the kind of focus that produces real work, real learning, real progress, takes about 20 to 25 minutes to access. Every time you pick up your phone, you reset that clock. You never get there. You spend your entire day in shallow mode, skimming the surface of everything and going deep into nothing. And the scary part, this doesn't just affect your productivity, it affects your personality. People who are chronically overstimulated are more anxious, more impulsive, less able to tolerate discomfort, less capable of sitting with their own thoughts. You lose the ability to be bored. And being bored, genuinely uncomfortably bored, is actually where creativity, clarity, and real thought come from. When your brain has space to wander, it solves problems. It generates ideas. It processes emotions. Take that space away, and you're just reacting all day, every day, to whatever stimulation is in front of you. This is why you feel stuck even when you're busy. You're consuming constantly, but you're not creating. You're reacting, but you're not deciding. You're getting through the day, but you're not building anything. So what do you actually do about this? I'm going to give you 3 things, not 10, not a massive overhaul. 3 specific changes that, if you actually do them, will start recalibrating your brain within 2 weeks. 1. Create a hard morning boundary. The first 60 minutes after you wake up, your phone stays face down. No exceptions. No just a quick check. Nothing. This is non-negotiable. Here's why this matters so much. The moment you check your phone first thing in the morning, you've handed your brain's first dopamine hit of the day to an algorithm. You've started your day in reactive mode, responding to other people's content, other people's news, other people's reality, before you've even decided what you want your day to look like. That sets the tone for everything that follows. Instead, use that hour for something that belongs to you. Drink water, move your body, sit with your thoughts, read something physical. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is your brain adjusting. Let it adjust. 2. Do one hard thing before you touch entertainment. Every single day, before you open any social media, before you watch anything, before you consume anything for fun, do one meaningful unit of work first. 1 hour of studying, 1 workout, 1 chapter written, 1 task completed. Whatever your version of hard thing is, it goes first. This works because it reorders the reward structure in your brain. You're training yourself to associate effort with access to pleasure instead of getting the pleasure before you've done anything. Over time, this changes how you feel about doing hard things. They become the thing you do, not the thing you avoid. 3. Schedule your stimulation. I'm not telling you to delete everything and live like a monk. That's not realistic, and honestly, it's not necessary. But right now, your stimulation has no schedule. It's available all day, all the time, and your brain knows it. That availability is what makes it so destructive. So instead, designate specific windows. Maybe 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. is your scroll time. Maybe it's 2 20-minute breaks during the day. The rest of the time, your phone is away, not in your pocket, away. What you'll notice very quickly is that when stimulation has a boundary, it loses some of its power over you. Your brain stops constantly craving it because it knows it's coming. Just not right now. Now I'm going to be real with you, because you need to hear this. Most people who watch this video will nod along, feel something shift in their chest, maybe feel a little seen, and then pick up their phone within 5 minutes of it ending. They'll go right back to the pattern. They'll feel inspired for about half a day and then slip back into the same loops. Not because they don't care, because the pull is real and the recalibration takes time and discomfort that most people aren't willing to sit with. Don't be that person. You now understand something that most people around you will never think clearly about. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You've been operating in an environment that was specifically engineered to destroy your focus, and you didn't even know you were fighting it. That's not a personal failure. But what happens next? Now that you know, that part is on you. The version of you that can sit down and do hard things. The version that has real focus, real follow-through, real output. That version isn't some distant fantasy. It's just you, minus the constant noise. And the only question is whether you're willing to create that quiet, even when everything around you is designed to fill it. Start tomorrow morning, phone down, 60 minutes, 1 hard thing first. That's it. That's where it starts. Drop a comment and tell me, how many times did you check your phone today? Be honest, I want to know. And if this video made something click for you, subscribe. I'm here every week with the real talk that nobody else is giving you. Now go do the thing.